Strength Span Coach here. I just wanted to talk about my story. Um, I want to think that it started back in 2005 when I was in my early 30s and I had back surgery, L5S1, which is probably the most common one that most people get. So I had a successful back surgery. I've heard of a lot of people that didn't. But mine went through fine. I rehabbed. I did everything I was supposed to do, and the doctor said I did a great job. My back felt great. Um, so I realized early on that I needed to take care of myself. So I watched what I ate. I didn't let myself, get out of control. Started coaching boot camps and doing personal training while I was a heavy duty equipment mechanic, and cruising along and hit my 40s, and then things start sort of going south for me. Had a hiatal hernia. I had sleep apnea. I was starting to gain weight. I had a bum shoulder. I used to pitch when I was in little league, and I couldn't throw the ball more than a few feet for some reason. Had My knees were starting to hurt, both knees, and it was clear I had abused my body. I had done some Spartan races. I think that might have contributed to it. I did a lot of stair work and trail running. So then I started thinking, well, maybe that's just the way things go when you're closing in on your 50s, and that's what the doctors told me. I also had some other issues going on internally that the doctor basically said, "Oh, that's just gonna stay that way." And I'll let you know what it is. It's a little TMI, but it was a urinary problem, and the doctor basically, the urologist basically said, this is what happens when you get close to 50, and I bought it at that time, and so I get onto my 50th birthday, and I decide that year, in the beginning of the year, I'm going to go ahead and lose weight. And so what I do is I set up a 6-month program for myself, completely, went through my diet, my working out. I didn't know too much about sleep and stress, so I kind of just stuck to the diet and exercise thing, and I ended up trying a little bit of fasting for the first time, and it worked out really well. By the time I hit June, I was down about 10, 15 pounds, which was great. And so I somehow got really into anti-aging and losing weight, and I didn't quite know what was going on, but it was cool for me. I was liking it. And next thing you know, I'm leaving a very cushy union job that I could have retired out of, with a great pension, amazing medical. I didn't quite know why I was done with that. I had been searching for years, for something that I think would have been a little different, and but I didn't know why. So fast forward now, a couple years later, uh, and I'm a personal trainer. I'm a health coach. I help people get healthy. And when I stopped to look back at what got me to this position, uh, it's clear there's another story. And that other story is that I have a daughter who's going through cancer. And everything that I'm reading about health and anti aging and getting rid of metabolic disease, getting rid of cancer, you know, decreasing your chances of getting Alzheimer's, diabetes, heart disease, which is the number one reason people die, although cancer's starting to catch it in a lot of places. all of these roads lead back to the same place. Um, if you're trying to get rid of disease, if you're going to try to keep yourself from getting diseases, you want to get healthy, you want to get strong. You got to strengthen your DNA. You got to strengthen your body. I'm talking physically, mentally. You got to change your diet. You got to start sleeping better. I mean, I could go on and on about the people that I've helped over the last few years, and this guy here who has gone through multiple versions of his own 6-month program that have gotten me to a point where I'm down from 215 pounds down to 185 pounds. I have more energy than I did in my 20s and 30s. But like I said, the bigger story here is my why, and that's my daughter and her cancer. And then all the rabbit holes I've gone down, all the podcasts I've stayed up late listening to, all the books that I've read, every lead that I've sniffed out has been to help her with her cancer. So that's my why. That's my story. It didn't hit me until obviously, we started going down this road of trying to help her. And along the way, I'm helping people get healthy. And it's clear as day that is my why. So now you know my story, part of it. I'll probably, post a bigger version of this at some point, but that's the condensed version. And, if I could find this giant, huge why, then, maybe you could look inside and see what your why is, and what you're doing with your life, and why you're doing it. Does it make sense? Do you have purpose? I now have huge purpose. And once I get my daughter healthy, which I completely think is going to happen, then my goal is to move on and help people add life to their years instead of just years to their life. And that's what I think we should all be trying to do in the long run. So anyway, that's the story. All right, guys. Talk to you later.